today I'm joined with NewCovenant Muro, who has recently just passed his PMP exam. Congratulations, Muro.
Thank you very much, Bora.
Muro will be sharing his journey with us today and sharing a few tips for those who are preparing for the exam. Thank you very much, Muro, for agreeing to do this. Let's start by understanding what is it that you do, where you work, what kind of work that you do.
Okay, thank you, Bola. Good afternoon. And as you said, my name is NewCovenant Muro. By professional, I am telecommunication engineer, but I've been practicing project management for a number of years now, almost 7 years in telecommunication industry. So I work as a project manager, senior project manager here in my company. And of course, my day-to-day activities is including management of the deployment and the pre-deployment activities that we normally do here in our company, and actually entire project management, including day-to-day activities, planning of the project schedule, managing the risk within the projects, and managing the project's budget, and all the things that have been involved in the project management. But I've been practicing this project management for a number of years using the traditional project management, that is waterfall. So I was looking to advance myself into project management by executing these projects that I normally do in a more professional way, in a more professional manner, of course. So that's why I look for any kind of training provider here in Tanzania, and I got you, HEBO. Thank you very much for being one of the best training partner ever here in Tanzania. Of course, I know we were not having this partner for the PMI in Tanzania previous year, while we were looking for it. But now I have HEBO in place, and I'm thankful because it has been a great journey of my career. I was looking to get certified back many years ago, but I finally earned my PMP certification this year. So what I can say is the journey is not such smooth, but it's not such complex. Well, that's what I can say.
Awesome.
Why am I saying that? Yeah, it takes somebody who committed, somebody who devote himself, him or herself, to take a PMP or to acquire for a PMP training so that she can be certified.
Okay.
You see, that's why I'm saying it's not a smooth journey, but it's also not a complex journey. It just
interesting. So, Muro, that is very interesting. You're saying that it's not easy, but it's not impossible. So, but you did it. So, congratulations. It's amazing that you have done it, and you're speaking from experience. So, with that experience, can you just briefly take us through the process that you took to actually, from the time that you decided to pursue the certification all the way to actually getting certified, so we can sort of decipher that complex experience?
Okay, yeah. So it was like this. At the moment I wanted to start training and to become certified, PMP certified, I started looking at why should I start PMP first? As I say, what are the advantages I would have at the end after having the PMP? So it just came across my mind that a PMP certified project manager is earning a certain % more than a normal project manager. So, and of course, I found it from the HEBO page in LinkedIn. So that's encouraged me a lot that, okay, if I do project management in a most professional way, first, I'll be globally recognized as a project manager. But second, maybe I'll be doing the project in a most professional way. But the third one, I'll be earning much more than what I am earning currently. So those are the motives which drives me to look for the PMP. Then number two, now I was looking also for a right partner or for a right training provider, authorized training provider. And that was number two, and I found you, HEBO. And the number three, you take me through, before I applied for the exam, you take me through the steps of which someone who wants to pursue the PMP will take. So thank you for that. And after that, you give me the schedule, the exam fees, the training fee, and I paid for it. So those are the primary steps I took before starting the PMP training.
Nice. I remember, Muro, you did your training online, and I think it was a whole month evening training online. How is that experience to get trained virtually compared to other physical trainings that you have done?
Okay, so I can say that one was fantastic because remember, I am working, I am an employee, so to have a kind of physical training, to me, it was a big challenge. And I was lucky enough, you guys, by the moment I wanted to start this journey of PMP, you guys were offering an online training, which was very comfortable to me because I am done with my daily assignments at work. Thereafter, I join the class wherever I am. It is an online, so you can join via phone, via a laptop, desktop, wherever you are, you can just join. So that was very comfortable training ever because it was in line with my daily activities. It was not interrupting any of the activities which I was doing here at work. So I was very comfortable with the kind of online training. Yes.
Very nice. So the convenience worked very well for you, huh?
Yes, yes.
And how much time would you say it took you to prepare for the exam after the training? How much time did you intensively, was it intense, or how much time did you allocate for preparations?
Okay. Training, of course, training was 1 month training, and my plan was to set for the exam just after 1 month. After we've done with the review class, because after training, we had a review class of like 1 month. And thereafter, I dedicate myself that I'll need maybe 2 to 3 weeks to make sure that I do the actual PMP exam. So for me, I started it on February all the way to April. I think on the April, I was done with the reviews, with on March, I was done with the training from the class. Then on April, I was done with all the reviews from the class. Then I was supposed to now to take my exam on May. But I couldn't do it because of some issues. Work schedule was very tight, so I couldn't take it. Then I postponed it until June.
Okay.
So with the time, I can say it took me like 2 solid months to prepare for the exam.
Okay.
Yes.
That's good.
And I'm sure somebody can take less than that one. Somebody can take less than that one. Yeah. For me, there's some issues which pushes me to use 2 months, but somebody can even use only 4 weeks then now, just after the training, just after the review session. Only 4 weeks, I can guarantee you can even prepare for yourself for the exam.
Nice. So for those who are preparing for the exams, you would say, or those who are planning to take this journey, you'd say about a month of intensive study after the training course, a month to 2 months is enough to get you through, huh?
Yeah, more than enough.
Okay.
More than enough. Yes.
That's good. Thank you for that insight. So let's talk a little bit about your exam experience. So now you are prepared, you've done the training, you've done the reviews, you've done the coaching, and you're ready to do the exam. You did your exam at the center, at a test center. So you did a physical, physically went and did your exam. How was that experience for those who are preparing to go through that? Do you have some highlights that you would like to share? How was the experience? What were the highlights of that experience?
Okay, the experience was nice, of course, because I never went to a test room. It is my first time to be there. So what I would like to share with my fellow students who are taking this course is, first of all, they must be aware with the examination rules. So this is very important, and also advise if there's a way to have some kind of induction before you actually go to the examination room. That's really because you'll have the you have the familiar of the exam environment itself, and also be comfortable that nothing new will come. Nothing new will come in the examination, because you'll be aware of all the environment and the examination outlines. Yes, so this is very important.
Okay.
Very, yes. And it will not take much of your time, because there's some in the actual exam, there are some of the minutes you need to like, what can I say?
Read through the instructions, is it?
Yes, yes. They give you some minutes to read, to go through the instructions, and it's also time. So once those minutes that they allocated for that particular activity is done, then you can take it. You can go back to review the instructions. So you need to be very carefully to start the instruction quickly. You go through it, and once you are done, you can actually start the exam. So the most important thing I would advise my fellow students is they need to have this kind of awareness before they get into the examination room.
So they know what to expect, huh?
Yes, yes. So you don't get surprised at the moment you are in already.
Okay. So guidelines to preparing for the exam, to know that there are instructions to follow, and the exam is about 4 hours long, actually 4 hours long, 230 minutes. That's a long time, but I think you would also agree that it's not too long. How was your experience with time management?
Yeah, my experience with time management was quite good, because within 57 minutes, I was done with all 60 questions.
Okay, that's part one of the exam. Huh?
Yeah. So that was very good speed from my side. So I could take the break, but I couldn't take it because I wanted to review all of the questions and make sure that I got them correctly. Okay. So I take another 20 minutes to review the question. Of course, I don't advise you to do like the way I did, because that was, that was a different arrangement. I advise once you're done with all questions, maybe you can take only 5 minutes to review the question to make sure that everything is intact. Some of the questions that you flagged, these are the kind of training now you need to have before you get to the examination room. Okay. You might have the questions, you're not exactly sure of what you've answered. You need to flag it so that at the end you come back to those questions and they just review them to make sure that you answer it correctly. Right. So with the 5 minutes that I'm advising, is those 5 minutes you can use them to check on the flagged question, the question that you mark that you'll come back later to review them. So you use your 5 minutes to review everything intact, then you submit. So you take your break, your 10 minutes break. That's very helpful. I don't advise to connect one session with the other, because you need to have a break to stretch yourself and make sure that you're comfortable for the second session. Okay, that's very good insights, very good tips. So to just summarize that, the exam is 180 questions, and you have 230 minutes to complete the exam. That's about 4 hours. And after every 60 questions, you get an option to take a break for 10 minutes.
So Muro, you are advising it's good to take that break to stretch and refresh a little bit, and then you come back to your next session, which is also going to be another 60 questions. After you finish those 60 questions, again, you will be prompted to take a 10-minute break. It is optional, but it is advised that you do take the break so that you are refreshed a little bit. And then you come back and you finish the final set of questions. But you've also...
The other thing, Bula, the other thing, Bula, I advise is whenever you are taking your exam, you should also, because there's stopwatch there, which is counting down the minutes. So you should also, maybe you're on the 30th question, you need to check also how much time has elapsed so far, so you can compare your speed. Are you on track or you're out of the track? So you know how to balance the time. Because with the average speed, I see that if you're on 30th question, you should not spend yet more than 30 minutes. Yeah. So one minute, average of 1 minute per question. If it's less than that, then it's more better.
Okay. Good, good. Very good time management tips. They're very useful because the questions are a lot as well. Okay, Muro, thank you very much. I think you've shared some good tips. You've also shared a few things that you wish you knew before you took the certification exam. I'm sure those who are listening would appreciate that. Preparation is important, and you are well prepared for the exam, and I think that's a big contribution to that helped you actually pass the exam. So now that you have passed the exam, my final question would be, what is your next step now? What are you, I think it's still too soon to ask if you're seeing any benefits from being PMP certified, but what is your, maybe just your next step after being certified? Do you intend to use the knowledge? Are you already using some of the knowledge and skills that you gained from learning project management through your certification journey? Sure, you learned both traditional and also learned agile.
Okay, thank you, Bula. So just after being PMP certified, my next step is to apply the knowledge that I get from the PMP training, all the training through the certification. And I think the way I was handling the projects in waterfall approach, of course, nowadays the projects are very dynamic. The projects, they come in a very complex environment, a lot of ambiguities, a lot of uncertainties, of which with the traditional way, it was very hard to handle that kind of project. So with agile way, with the dynamic projects, so for me, it's now very easy to manage the project, to anticipate the changes, to adapt. Maybe if it's a complex project and you see yourself, you can't take it with the waterfall approach, you can opt to use hybrid, a more agile and the waterfall approach. So this is what I see on my daily activities since I ever become certified, and it really helps. It really helps. Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful. And I look forward to seeing you even get more opportunities in the project management world, in the industry that you're in. But even if you're looking at diversifying, I'm sure those project management skills in the credential that you have gained is going to enable you to do that. Thank you very much, NewCovenant. This was
my take home, Bola. I have a take home.
Yes, please. Yes, please share.
Okay, so my take home to my fellow students who are looking to be certified is whenever you get into the exam, maybe everything that you'll be asked, there will be a scenario question, a situational questions, of which you as a project manager, you need to respond on to that. So every kind of question you see in the exam, you know, I was surprised, of course. Every kind of question that they ask is, you as a project manager, what would you do? You see?
So it's actually testing your capabilities, your understanding, your ability to actually be a project manager?
Yes, yes. So because now we're studying, or we are adapting the servant leadership as a project manager, as a project leaders, we must have the servant leadership in us. So you as a servant leadership, you have your team, you have your stakeholders, you have your sponsor. How do you respond to that situation? So always think of being a servant leadership in any environment or in any kind of environment that you are working on. So this is what the guys are looking at. This is what the exam is looking at. You as a project manager, how do you respond into that situation?
Okay, so it's more than just understanding the concepts, not just definitions, but more of how you are applying those concepts that you have learned, how you actually applying them in the real scenario, real world scenario.
Exactly. And most of the things are the one that we're doing daily in our project management. So that's why I'm saying it's not a tough exam, but also it's not an easy exam.
Very nice. Thank you very, very much, Muro. So just to close off, if anyone is looking to, if you're listening and you're looking to start your project management journey, you can get in touch. If you're looking to get certified, also please feel free to actually get in touch. We help you grow in your project management career and improve in your organizational projects as well. Thank you very much and have a lovely day.
Thank you, Bola. Bye.